Hello everyone, it's Nancy. I come to you today from not in my art studio but in my bedroom where I have my drawing set up, and I wanted to show this to you and show you how I work in my room here. I use this for drawing, and I also draw off the computer, and I use this for drawing like still lifes because I have a little table right next to it, and I can also make the table flat or leave it at the suggested 45-degree angle for drawing. I just got this table this past winter, and my beautiful daughter helped me put it together, and you can see how large it is. That sketchbook there is an 11 by 14, so you can work very, very large. The blue stuff back here is shelf liner, and I can set anything I want to up there and it won't slide down. So I have my electric sharpener. I have a little tin candy thing that holds my kneaded eraser and my white eraser, that way that they can stay very nice and clean. And then this box I can put in, like if I'm working with my Copics or my colored pencils, I can put the pencils in that I'm using, and I don't have to look for them again in the larger cases that I have. Down here I have a portfolio, and this houses plain sheets of paper, and it'll protect your graphite drawings and your charcoal drawings from getting messed up. And it's just really two like book boards put together with ties. I also have a artist bridge, a hand bridge, and you could put that over your working surface so that you don't smudge your drawing with your hand. I also have a beautiful book down here, Leonardo da Vinci, his drawings. I like to copy and look at his things in that book. And then lastly down here I have a Wacom tablet that my son bought me, and I'm learning how to do graphic drawing on the computer versus drawing with plain old pencil and paper. I have a makeup mirror down here, and this is very helpful. It's got a magnifying and light. It is very helpful for when you're trying to create a character or draw a certain emotion or whatever. You can look at yourself and see what happens to your eyes when you smile, when you look sad, and then you can get those things down without having any other type of reference material. So that's really helpful. So I just grabbed that and put that up on my board. Next, over here I have a wonderful art cart, and this is sold by IKEA, and I'm sure you've seen these. Everybody is using them as an art cart. I don't think anyone is using them as anything to do with the kitchen. We have things in, all our art supplies in them. And, excuse me, if you look on Pinterest and look under art supplies, you'll see tons of these in various types of configurations. I like this cart because I can carry it, pull it to the living room, which is straight through to the bathroom, and I can have it at my chair, and I can do practically anything. I have a battery-operated pencil sharpener in there, some colored pencils, some markers. I have a cup there with water, so I don't have to put the water near my computer. Some spray bottles with water in them. I just bought a few more, so I've just got to put those in with my plein air stuff, and or my sketch bag that I take out. Some pens I use for my Hobonichi and journaling. And then down here I have colored pencils in this black container, more colored pencils. I have my watercolor palettes in here, my brushes, more pencils. And down here, the rest of my colored pencils, I have the whole set of Prismas. And I put them 2 in a, they're suggested to put 3 in each loop, but I put 2 of them in there, and then they're a lot easier to get out, you know, to pull out when you want to use them. And here's some of my watercolors. I've got the Twinkling H2Os. Here's my watercolor palette. My brushes, watercolor brushes, are in that red case there. And below that I have some Caran d'Ache watercolor soluble pencils. And I've got a sketchbook down here, another sketchbook, and the rest of my colored pencils. Then over here on the right side, I'm going to shut this light off so it's not so bright. Sorry for moving you all around. Oh, my little mannequin. Okay, on this side I have my Copic books, some figure drawing books, and some other little books and pamphlets that I like to refer to with my figure drawing. I'm taking a class online called Drawing Tutorials Online, and that's what I basically use a lot of these things for. My little mannequin. Here's, I also use this area to house my books. Sometimes I like to get up and write in them at the end of the night. My journals. I have a Midori there, and one that if you're not familiar with the Midori, it's got different. You can put in different notebooks in there, and then this is one that I had already finished. And then here's my Hobonichi. It's my own version of the Hobonichi, the Japanese planner that I doodle in every day. Here's the pencil that goes with the Wacom tablet. Here's just a variety of pencils and tools that I use. It's always nice to have a brush to brush away your crumbs or your pencil shavings or whatever. And so I always keep this to keep my area very nice and clean. Here's a set of Faber-Castell Polychromos colored pencils, and I made this this tote for it. And then this over here is some low-tack tapes, and I always can use this for masking out when I want to spray, do some spraying with my Copics. And here's the Tim Holtz sprayer. You stick your Copic right in there and spray it. Just a few other little things. And then down here I have some more drawing supplies, charcoal, electric erasers, different things that go in there. Here's my Copic collection. And I want to do a video next week, so stay tuned on what this paper is. This paper is magic, I swear. And it does not bleed through. I'll do a demonstration for everything, and all the different medias that I use, colored pencil, Copics, watercolor brushes, watercolor markers, and you can see what how this paper is. And here's my Filofax that I use for recording my art things that I do. Just a book on fairy drawing. And my Prismacolor color chart is over there. So this is my drawing setup, and I hope you've enjoyed it. One last thing, I got this portfolio at Barnes & Noble a few years ago. And it's like 11 by 14, And it came with a sketchbook. And the sketchbook, they don't sell it, the refill. So isn't that silly? I just fell in love with this. So I'm hoarding this, and I'm probably going to end up making my own. But it's got, it lays really flat, and it's all sewn. So I might have to figure out the Copic stitch and get some drawing paper and just make my own to fit in here, because this is just a wonderful little sketchbook, and it just looks like, like you're walking down the Seine in France with your, going to art school, and I just love it. So this is my drawing area, and please comment below or subscribe if you have any questions on any of my materials, or what I use things for. Please ask. I'll be happy to answer you. And I hope everyone is having a lovely day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.